Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video. I caught a little bit of a cold, that's why I look a little rough. and got me to thinking about categories of medicine. In one of my alchemy books, it described 3 categories of medicine. And of course there's more, but these are some of the more basic categories of common medicine, right? So you've got homeopathic, allopathic, and spagyric, right? Spagyric is more mystical in a way, but it doesn't have to be. You're basically using parts and pieces out of nature and recombining them, extracting, dissolving, and recombining. Allopathy is the one you're most commonly familiar with, allopathic treatment. That might be something like Robitussin cough syrup, right? And these things, they don't have to be natural, they could be synthetic. But these categories, you have to look at the etymology of the language to understand the root of the word. Allopathic means opposite suffering, and homeopathic means same suffering. So an example of allopathic is, like I said, Robitussin cough syrup. You have some ailment, you take this medicine, it alleviates the symptoms. It numbs whatever the problem was. It's like fighting fire with water, essentially. Homeopathic means same suffering. This goes back to some older concepts, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. But basically the idea is you're fighting fire with fire. So suppose you had a person that was a medicine man, right? And he's with his tribe, and he figures out that if you eat this berry, it hurts his stomach. Then, some weeks later, somebody's got some stomach problems. Well, treat it with that berry, as if the two negatives would cancel each other out. And that does work in some cases. But the main reason I wanted to do this video, though, is because most modern doctors are going to say homeopathic is junk or something, it doesn't work. But they're not really going with the definitions correctly. So there's homeopathic, there's holistic, and then there's home remedies, right? And holistic and home remedies is kind of what you're thinking. Most people are thinking, when you say homeopathic, they're thinking holistic, home remedies, like whiskey and onions and lemons and honey and stuff like that. That's still all herbal allopathy as opposed to synthetic allopathy, right? A true homeopathic remedy is fighting fire with fire. And ironically, during the phenomenon that we had on the planet a few years ago where a lot of people were getting sick from a virus, what was the one medicine that was socially acceptable in formal media platforms? There was one socially acceptable treatment, and all other treatments were regarded as wacky and dangerous. So I don't want to say, because I don't want to get censored or whatever, but technically what that treatment was is advanced viral homeopathy. Think about it. It's a tiny amount of the same thing that caused the suffering in the first place. That's what the word homeopathic means, same suffering. So there's a tiny amount of the thing, right? It's modified, it goes into your bloodstream, it triggers an immune response, and then that immune response turbocharges the rest of your body to fight the bug, the virus, as it were. So now there's other cases of homeopathic remedies that don't work, or are purely placebo. Like they actually have products, I don't want to name them because a lot of people like them, but they're on the shelves, and if you really research what they're putting into it, it's like a tiny trace amount of fat from a duck liver diluted 1,000,000 times. And that's a type of homeopathic treatment where something is a toxin diluted like a tremendous amount of times, and it's supposed to help the body. So I just thought that was interesting, in that a lot of people get their definitions mixed up on stuff like that. And I'll look better in the next video. I know I look pretty rough, but I'm on medicine and everything, trying to get feeling better. And the root cause was I was a dumbass and I drank and smoked cigarettes, and that's what weakened my immune system. You can't undo the root cause, but once you get an infection, you can undo the infection with the medicine. And if you are, obviously, I'm not a doctor. If you are sick, you may need to go to a doctor. I think modern antibiotics, man, they're a miracle drug. They're a little hard on the body. It's not like you want to take them willy nilly, but there's a time and place for modern medicine. So, have a good one.